Good morning, friends. Today it's a really hot, cloudy day. I think it's supposed to rain today, but really, who knows? It's kind of the weather's been sporadic lately. Um, Something in my eye. So today I have work and have to leave in about a half hour. Didn't really get much sleep last night, which I think is going to be the theme of today's episode, which is just insomnia in general. Usually I've been pretty good keeping up on my sleep lately, but just last night was kind of, I don't know, just I think it's because I had some alcohol. When that happens, it's just like my heart starts racing pretty fast at night, and it was also fucking hot in my room. It was like, it was raining, but it was just like that really thick, humid kind of weather, and it was just not comfortable at all to sleep. I don't have any AC or anything like that, so didn't get much sleep, and I had to wake up early. So I think I went to bed at like 12 and only fell asleep at like 2:30. Not really sure exactly, but yeah, it used to be a lot worse. I've been cutting down on caffeine a lot, which is why I'm only drinking green tea now. Soon I'll just be completely off all caffeine in general. Once I finish I have a little thing of green tea that I have. I'll just go through that and then basically just be done with all of that shit. So, to go more about insomnia, I've had like a couple, mostly it was this year. I've had pretty bad episodes where I would just not be able to fall asleep. And, for people who are in that kind of situation where you're having trouble sleeping, I haven't been. There's some people who have like had really bad insomnia and they like stay up for days on end, and it's just not healthy. Obviously, it's really stressful on your body, and it sucks because it's something you feel like you can't control. And that's like the next step. I feel like if you want to figure this out for yourself, right, is you need to start telling yourself that you do have control. You have control over your sleep, over when you can fall asleep. And that's very hard for people to sort of put into their head. But that was the one thing for me that worked really well, was just saying to myself over and over again, like, you have control, you have control, you can fall asleep, you will fall asleep. It's scientifically impossible for you not to fall asleep. It's just a matter of when, and you need to be patient. Obviously, it's a very debilitating thing to happen to you because it's like it's leaving you hopeless. You need sleep in order just to be able to function throughout your day, and if you can't function, then it's like you don't even feel like a human being. I know I've had one day that was really bad. I stayed up like I think it was like 48 hours without sleep, and that wasn't fun at all. That was horrible. And you end up self-diagnosing, and like that's the one thing like you should not do, is go on Google and start typing in insomnia, typing in like how to fix it or whatever, and then you think like, oh, what if I'm never gonna fall asleep? Because that's what you feel like. You feel like it's like an impossible feat to fall asleep. It's like this wall in front of you that you'll never get over, and it's like sleep just becomes this foreign entity at that point when you're awake for such a long time. And I know some people who have stayed awake even longer, for like 4 days or something, and something crazy like that. And that's just, yeah, it's just brutal. So what I would say to fight that, in a sense, right? You're not trying to fight it. you're just trying to relax. You need to relax because when you're thinking about, oh, I'm never going to fall asleep, you're like, first of all, you're self-fulfilling that destiny, right? You're making that come true. You're not going to fall asleep. Well, yeah, you're not going to fall asleep now. But it's also creating this adrenaline rush in you. You're getting like afraid. You're getting like claustrophobic. You're feeling like you have no control. And it's really all just based around anxiety. And there's a lot of ways to alleviate that kind of anxiety. For one, don't go on your phone. There's like, I've had this so many times where I've been sleeping or trying to fall asleep, and then I just, for like 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't end up doing it, and I just say fuck it, and I just go on my phone and do shit on there, and I say, oh, I'll just wait till I get tired again. But like, it really doesn't work that way, because like, once you go on your phone, your brain starts getting more stimulated because of the light, because of the, you know, the whatever, the cellular waves and all that shit. So don't go on your phone, no matter how late you're staying up, no matter how long you've just been lying in bed. Just keep trying to sit there and relax. Some people find that meditation works and all that. I mean, I like to meditate in general, but in that specific scenario, I don't find it really works, because it's like, for me, I can't force myself to fall asleep. It kind of just needs to happen randomly. Like, I can never like remember at any point in my life when I've fallen asleep, right? I'm just kind of like, there's a point where I'm awake and I remember that, and then I'm just kind of like, if I remember my dreams, I'll just be in the middle of the dream. I don't remember like getting into the state of sleep, right? And when you're in meditation, it's like you're forcing that, which I find is I won't say not unnatural way to do it, but I will say it's an awkward feeling, and it's just going to make you feel like I don't know, I can't describe it. I just know it doesn't work for me. It might work for some other people, but the best thing to do is to just relax. If you're going to meditate, just meditate, and then just to calm yourself down, and then just try to do your normal thing to fall asleep, and just like really try not to think about sleeping too much, or try not to think about like, oh yeah, I'm falling asleep, or I'm not falling asleep, or I'm fucking tired, and what if this never ends? What if I'm going to stay awake? And that's the other thing. There's like this super rare brain prion disease where you basically die, and it like just destroys the part of your brain that makes you fall asleep. And like, you read these forums of insomnia, and like every single person thinks that they have this fucking super rare ass disease that's only transmittable through like specific families. And it's just kind of funny. I mean, the disease isn't funny, it's terrible. I would not wish this upon anyone, you know, just dying from lack of sleep. It's like over the course of a year, it's like impossible to sleep. Like, you go to the hospital and they try to put you in a coma state, and it's just not possible whatsoever. And it's a horrible way to go. You're just constantly tired in a brutal way. So yeah, if you have problems with insomnia, just remember that you do have that sense of control. You aren't helpless in the sense that you will never fall asleep. Just keep saying that to yourself, that you will fall asleep. It's scientifically impossible for you not to fall asleep unless you have this super rare disease, which is very unlikely. You don't have it, most likely, if you have insomnia. So most of the time it's just due to anxiety or just a problem with your body. And that's the other thing. You should always try to keep active in some way, so that alleviates your anxiety. It pumps up your endorphins, right? And you try to make sure that you're in a good state to where you're actually tired at the end of the day. Not tired in the sense that you have lack of sleep, but tired that because you did some physical exertion. And it'll make your body want to rest even more. And then there's the second part of that where you need to get into the mindset of your brain that you can fall asleep, you can have a good night's rest, and you keep like playing that message into your head until it becomes real. You have to trick your brain into thinking that you will fall asleep, because right now you're in a state of mind where you're thinking, oh, I can't sleep, and your brain will just continue that story and you'll never fall asleep. That's why some people who just have like one bout of insomnia, they say, oh, that's weird, but it's not going to happen again. And it doesn't really. It's just that one time, or like very rarely it happens, because they're not playing that story in their head all the time. The story of I can't sleep, I'm never going to sleep. And you just need to change the story, and eventually your brain will follow suit. It may take a little bit of time, but just have patience and it will. So anyway, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.